In this episode of Ranching, it's all about the 40. We'll talk a little bit about him and also do the left floor panel. Let's go! So the first thing we do, like the other side, is remove the tar mats and then cut out the floor panel. We have removed the tar mats and also wire brushed it. The left side is a lot more rusty than the right side. So the only thing we can do, cut out the floor panel and weld a new one in. So we have used the old floor panel as a template on a piece of sheet metal, and the next thing is to cut them out. So there's the new one. Next thing will be grind the edges down and spray some rust primer over it, and then weld it in the car. I have finished the replacement floor and have fitted them in. Our next step, or my next step, is to weld them in completely, and then we will grind them down and throw some 2K primer over it, and then we will do the trunk area of the car. Let's start. The replacement panel is ready. I have also sprayed some 2K epoxy primer over it, and the next thing we will do is the trunk area of the car. There are two spots left to weld, here and on the other side of the car. Here So we will grind the trunk area down with a wire brush, and then we will throw some anti-rust paint over it, and the last step then will be some bed liner. We have wire brushed the entire trunk area of the car. There are no rust holes. So we will paint the back of the car, the trunk area, with some anti-rust paint. Let's start. I have coated the trunk area with 2 layers of rust paint. It is finished. So what is left to do on this car? That's this spot is to weld, and on the other side this spot. So only these spots are left, and when you look at the body, there is not much anymore, only this little spot, and on the wheel arches some little rust spots. So I'm sure we will paint this car in the next 2 or 3 episodes of ranching. For me, yet it will be a little more welding, and you will see this in the next episode of ranching. Let's talk about the BJ. So he is in the family since 2004, and I own him the last 5 years. His build year is 1980. The last time he was restored was about 24 years ago, and he changed the color from green to yellow. The body and the engine had about 400,000 kilometers on it, and 5 years ago, when I got it, I have overhauled the engine, and yet we do the rest. This is the end of this episode of ranching. I hope you enjoyed. Please hit the subscribe button and like the video. We see us the next time. Bye.